Allez, bonjour. Alors, on va reprendre Lost in Random. Donc, on était arrivé. Alors, c'est Troyaume ou Tréville? Je croyais que ça s'appelait Tréville. Ah non, on est à Troyaume. Troyaume. Ok, bon, tant pis. Alors, on va nous refaire, je pense, la cinématique avec Bernie. Ouais, bah, comme ça va réexpliquer l'histoire.
I always knew I was a sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A six-hour child is missing! I repeat, a six-hour is missing. I can be rewarded. Rescue rules by the grace of the Queen.
1000 balles.
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
Alors.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
Oh, money. Alors là-bas, il y a une quête secondaire et je vois un point orange, je sais pas ce que c'est. Ah bah tiens, le vendeur. Grande place du Troyaume.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Super diplomatie, bien sûr. De jouer au Gundam.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
Alors.
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
Let none of them... Where was I?
Yeah. Alors, il y a une quête secondaire avec monsieur.
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know?
Ah, celle que j'ai
It
failli
still
casser.
does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. but it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Trouver Madame le Sonneur. Ok.
Fascinating, fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
Les trois.
That's the sort of opinion that'll make nobody like you. My word, what an opinion indeed. Greetings, I'm doing a survey. Splendid, splendid. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold, it's direct, it's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Oh. D'accord.
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this? Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid Count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all. I promise it, stranger.
Ok. Alors... Tic, tic,
Protect
tic.
the king! Protect the king! He's in danger! We have to... The attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler?
Oh, il a un oiseau sur un de
Before
ses
the
cheveux.
war. Oh, even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Ok. Bon.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
Les enlèvements d'enfants, c'est pas marrant. Bon. On s'en doutait qu'il allait se faire prendre. Oh. Oui. T'as pas vu un gosse?
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Ouais, ok, c'est une sorte de boogeyman. Le monstre sous le lit, etc., etc. Oh, argent.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
Ok. Terminal des lampadaires. Et j'ai dit hop là. Alors lui c'est l'histoire principale. Là je suis où là? Je suis à l'allée des idées noires.
You want to know about the Shadow Man?
Vas-y, fais péter.
You want to know about the Shadow Man? The Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He'll come and take your child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Muddy Grow Alley's lights. Then you best run, for the last night of the Shadow Man has begun. Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet.
Éteignez les lumières. Ah ah.
Leave me alone. I'm busy.
C'est une référence à Tomb Raider 6, ça. Mais alors, I'm busy. Et d'ailleurs, fun fact, le personnage qui dit ça dans Tomb Raider 6 s'appelle aussi Bernard. Et là, c'est pas un petit garçon, c'est un homme qui a au moins la cinquantaine.
Everything's important to someone. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadow Man probably has him by now. Oh, you really are in over your head. Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him. The Shadow Man. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day, but not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrow Alley, and he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrow Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see. If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
Et je peux pas les shooter directement, non? Oui, peut-être un générateur. Merde, comment tu faisais pour l'envoyer déjà? Voilà. Non, va là-bas.
Go on, Dicey.
Voilà.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Oui, il fait vraiment noir. Oui.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
Bon, en tout cas, il est très cordial. Hein.
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage.
Bon, je pense pas que le supplier serve à quelque chose.
You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end. I care about being feared. Before this war, I was the most terrifying thing in the world of random. Children would be afraid to whisper my name in case I came for them. And often, I did. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you a nod, then I want you to change that.
Putain, le croque-mitaine qui a un ego, quoi.
I don't care how. I don't care about anything even. Except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Wow. Oh, on doit juste arrêter une guerre. Pouf. Pop, 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 pop.
That poor woman, completely mad. Have you seen Nishka?
Ah, c'est une femme. Avant ça, je vais peut-être aller voir le vendeur de cartes.
Here, mate, let's trade cards.
Hey.
Oh, hello. You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh? I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Bon, en gros, ta gueule, c'est magique. Toucher de sombre nuit. Tac, tac, tac. Qui est tout double, ça j'ai dit que c'était de la merde. Alors attends. Carte inventaire. Là, qu'est-ce que j'ai? J'ai l'élixir de santé, épée gamma, coup de chance, arc de l'alpha, la pioche rapide, la bamba, malédiction de cristal, le bêta marteau, maître du jeu, cloche de Natalia. Peut-être virer imprudence. Genre de Katovine. Invoque une horloge qui ralentit les adversaires pris dans sa poche des mots. Ouais, ça peut être pas mal ça. J'ai pas acheté... Ah si, la sombre nuit. Enduit les armes de paire d'un poison... Un poison violent, ouais. Super élixir. Je vais peut-être mettre le super élixir à la place de la cloche. Tac. Et je vais peut-être essayer la triple bombe maintenant que je peux faire un 3. Hop. Peut-être mettre la triple bombe. Et il se déplace lentement et blesse les adversaires. Ça j'ai dit que non. La main du roi. Dague de déphasage, maître du jeu. Brise marteau, bénédiction du cristal, pioche rapide. Ok. Oui.
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children, well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? The children of the king! Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember. He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful. But his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at least, I think we did. She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty, but she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath. The only thing that impresses her is war. I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things. He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was to eat every animal in the kingdom, all in one single dish. He achieved it a week later, and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing. Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it.
Ah oui, carrément.
I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Ok. La carte. Bon, je pense qu'ici j'ai tout fait. J'ai rien trouvé pour le moment.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? Now, even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
Hey.
The Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
Alors, le pont des épées.
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. Hey, we don't choose our names, our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed me after my, previous master was murdered. I hear she likes tea. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the colossuses moves. Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them. Although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
Ok. Il y avait combien de... Ah putain, il y a 6 quêtes secondaires. On ira au pont des épées après, je vais juste terminer ici avant. Alors, domaine du conte, domaine du nu... Ok, d'accord. Bon, on va commencer par le conte. Hein. Ah. Ah, ici j'envoie Daisy. Fuck.
Someone has entered your ruined castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me. Sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this Count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
Non mais je vais tuer personne. En tout cas pas encore.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
The Count? I love that guy.
Alors, le domaine du duc. Par ici, il y a quoi? Absolument rien. Ok. Zergalux.
You don't? He's great! There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. It's super normal to go even crazier because your imaginary friend Shmoo is missing. It's the Count's friend that has recently gone missing, but any political leader would completely lose their mind about that. It's normal. He's normal. I'm normal. We're normal. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring against him, which again, it's great. Can't wait until the Queen rolls her dice and it's our time to fight and maybe die for him again. It's so great and normal. The Count? I love that guy.
Stay back! You won't take me alive! You won't take me dead either! I'm warning you! I'm the Count! There's consequences for murdering me! Bad ones! Really, really bad ones!
Merde. Putain, mais il est chiant à viser lui. Ouais. Allez, roll de dice. 1, 2. Bêta marteau. Ma cristal. Oula, j'avais pas vu que j'avais autant de... La main du roi, je vais peut-être l'utiliser après. Alors, 2, hop là. Alors, la triple bombe. Ah oui, donc c'est vraiment 3 bombes directement. C'était pas 1, 2 et 3. Un peu de soin, ce serait pas mal. Ah putain, mais genre... Alors, la main du roi, comment ça se joue? Ah, c'est tout? D'accord. Yay.
Ah, you're here to kill me, aren't you? Help me to die? Bah! War! Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper,
Je viens d'assassiner
I
Chaîne de
have been in
classroom.
battle every day in my mind. You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today. This war is only heating up. What's wrong? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped.
Eh?
Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Ha! Fools! I'll see that robot head coming a mile away. A truly amateurish attempt at political murder. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal? What? No! Do my quest first.
Allez.
No! No, I told you, you have to go find Shmoo. You wouldn't! You'd assassinate me? You joke about that? Assassins! You'd kill me for an old pinky? Well, you can have it. Just take it. I'll go get someone else to get Shmoo. Now just leave me alone.
Oh merde, ça a marché. Cool. On dirait comme chercher Shmoo.
Well, have you found Count Shmoo the Third yet? He's my rescue.
Alors, ah ça s'est ouvert ici.
Bold of you to be just running around here.
En hana narmen taki daik oke rak malmni nainga narmene taki mnat oke nosnik golkash en hana doke gamnarf takapoin dasn keino go kneinast gamnarf gan agist no.
J'ai tellement peur de son nom qu'il a ordonné qu'on la coupe. Putain.
Ina la konne kamoene takejo kirta keshkamane heno kokos koske na haina kena Kas kaikemane hena, kas enala konei. Ta keskamaane hena, kerta keso. Ta na haina. Pa kas o koskemen hena.
Eh?
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Looking to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong
Alors,
place.
National Royal, le domaine du Duc. Il faut une clé. Est-ce que tu proposes des trucs? Alors déjà, je vais changer la main du roi. Elle est pas... pas ouf. Des explosifs. Transforme et explose après 9 secondes. Laisse toute créature sur son chemin et rebondit sur les obstacles. Ça peut être bien, mais ça te blesse aussi, donc. Prudence, il y a l'horloge. Écoute, on va tenter l'horloge. Et du coup, tu vends rien de... Ça, je crois que je l'ai pas, mais je vais l'acheter. Ça, je l'ai, et ça, je l'ai.
Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want. Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you, I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, Even.
Chat, 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 chat. Ok. Alors, le domaine du duc.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show. And the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
I'm having a ball. Simply a great time.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Yes, I expect you are. We don't get many visitors here, and those that come tend to be unable to leave until the party ends. Which, of course, it never does. Have you tried the cake?
Okay.
Oi, those were inside the ball. Mais au banque, banque. Boy, like that. Poiendo was. Boy, by that. Who's that?
Ah, tu serais pas la cousine de machin, toi? Ah si, elle est là.
Non maneno. Oget gaget mhane. Oksk mwana. Ona manenk. Take nas mena. Take mole maikena. Oma snena hola. Kusk mnhaga snen. Ah, ke mwana keina. Mokaska monika nyena. Tukomona. Tukomhana ha. Ota snen almein. Ore menaine. Tokinemo lornekena. Toka dasnene. Oine. Onone. Iku remeneina noi. Akete mormanana. Tole. Oketo menhela. Tuika neihnaho. Saakit nonne. Saake munne heireho. Toire menala. Ore keimonohana. Ratskalainen.
Ok, bah, du coup c'est fini. D'accord. Bon, bah écoute. Déjà une en moins. Chewing. Le duc on va le voir après, parce que je pense que ça va être le fight. Colline du Joker et le domaine de la baronne. Je pense que lui il va pas nous laisser passer. Bonjour.
You may approach. No, this simply will not do. That is not how you greet a duke, child. Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
Apprenez la bienséance.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by saying, "Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam." There you go, darling. Now go on, run along.
Yeah.
Well, I never. Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep?
L'image du mémé d'une bécasse.
Child, no. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is Your Imperial Majesty, rightful Lord of Freedom. Without the right titles, none of us can possibly be expected to respond to you. It's a simple matter of respect. You're very welcome, little lady.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you? And what brings you here? Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here, like this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, yes. Perfectly wonderful. Now, what did you want to discuss? I'm afraid I wouldn't know about that. Pity. Well, good luck.
Bon, maintenant qu'on a appris la bienséance, allons bien séancer.
You may approach. Yes.
Salut Duc la forme. Bien ou bien?
So. Oh. Well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Evelyn. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Freedom today?
Oh chier, alors. Hop.
What other way is there to live? What, as a commoner? We've already got plenty of them, I'm afraid. But there's only one me. I owe it to my people to be the most me I can be. Pass me some sweets, will you? What is there to say? The dreadful thing drags on, my insolent siblings refusing to give any quarter. But they'll come to their senses at some point and surrender. But until then, sweets do make the time pass more pleasantly. Don't you agree? Our old bodyguard. Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose. Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare, you understand. But no, I couldn't possibly leave the castle. The horrors of war wait outside, child, and I can't have my people remembering them. No, out of the question. I have only your word that she's even alive, and we've just become acquainted. Then again... All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a favor. I will give you something of extreme value if you will in turn do me a favor first. There is a portrait of me here. Certainly You've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. I am there with my father, his favored child. However, part of the painting is missing. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgia. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded. Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still sticking out of him. Oh, you know how things grow legs and walk off sometimes, metaphorically speaking. I think one of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up on Father's robot's head. Giant, beastly thing. I'm afraid that robot is long gone. Probably turned to scrap by now. Shmoo, the Count's dreadful plush thing? Heavens, I can scarcely recall what we did with it. The Baroness launched it into our territory a few moons back. Heaven knows why. I suppose he would say that. I suppose she did. My soldiers found it during one of our training marches. I thought it would destabilize him, perhaps lead us to victory. But no, it just made him shriller. We can hear him sometimes, you know, even over the chamber music. Oh, I remember now! When I realized it was useless, I had Shmoo thrown in the cellar of the old castle dungeon. The castle is long gone now, replaced by a battlefield, but the basement may still be out there somewhere. He's yours if you want it. I have no use for something so depressingly pedestrian. Then there he shall rest until the worms eat his stuffing. But for us, cake. Nothing. He's rubbish, child. You want to dirty your hands with him? That's your business. I'd rather dirty these royal hands with nothing heavier than cheese frosting. Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him. Such impertinence! No, you can't have it. One of my lovely...
Ok. Alors, le Nostralgium royal était là-bas.
Dicey, over here!
Alors, qu'est-ce que je pourrais t'acheter Pour peut-être avoir de nouvelles cartes. Oh, des nouvelles armes. Ça, c'est bien ça. La lance Delta. L'esprit des ruines de Catarus se manifeste sous la forme d'une lance. Oh, c'est pas mal. Le reste, par contre, je crois que je l'ai déjà. Superbe pioche. Oh, coup de chance. combien ça? 140 et j'en ai plus. Et j'ai trouvé un autre truc. C'était quoi? Ça c'est la lance. Pioche rapide. Ah, le 3. Flambeur invoque une plateforme à dés, montez dessus pour la charger et lancez votre dé afin d'obtenir toujours le meilleur score. Elle est retirée après 1 minute. Ok. Alors. Là j'ai eu la lance et j'ai eu aussi surtout... Il est où? Ah mais non merde, j'ai pas pu l'acheter du coup. Alors, est-ce que... je vais remplacer une épée par une lance, on va voir ce que ça donne. Elle est où? Là. Ah ok. Là la petite borne. Oh putain. Alors la lance. Hop. Ah, je l'avais pas vu. Pas de chance, puis je pense pas que je puisse l'atteindre de là. Et voilà. Là j'ai une carte. Hop, la moitié du portrait, cool. Donc là du coup j'ai eu la carte là. Ah non, il y a une carte à trouver. 8 cartes, putain c'est vrai. Page du livre, ok.
You're burning daylight even, and I don't think I like what I see. Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here. Let's hope it's time you have, young even.
Oui mais des coups de pression là-haut. Pas un investisseur. Fous-moi la paix.
Oh, is that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece! And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you, but well, wait a minute. We're all sitting in his lap, but that means Daddy loved us all equally? Ah, well, I suppose I did, even if the painting was a disappointment. Here, have this worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility isn't as kind as it is cake-filled.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands, even was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that fateful night.
Ok. Alors, domaine du duc, les tranchées, la gondole araignée. Et ben, prochaine étape, c'est la baronne.
At 10, hunt recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.
Tony du Joker, domaine de la baronne. Let's go!
Boy, against Thor, black, days, Bolazam, Duff, Dalvor, Duff, Case, Zoe, full Bell, Bell, Duff, Case, against Zoe, Days, Thor, full Dalvor, Duff, Bolazam, Boy, Case.
Alors, tiens, toi j'ai déjà quelques trucs.
You have? Describe him to me.
Alors...
That's just logical of him. Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior. You have? Describe him to me. That's our Duke. Thanks. All this information helps my strategies become even more unstoppable.
Alors... La baronne, ce serait par là. Donc...
Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story?
Vas-y, raconte ta vie.
Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier a kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought, right after the king died. It was savage. The triplets, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my
Ah bah oui, je l'ai vu
dreams,
tout à l'heure.
though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
Bah attends, on peut pas y aller chez le duc parce que je sais... Je l'ai vu en fait.
There's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards. And I got good
Deals
news for
here.
you.
Get your deals here. Deals here. Get your deals here. War's good for business. Everybody needs something in a war. That means you can jack up your prices like crazy. Oh, why? I mean, jack up the deals on your prices like crazy. Everything must go, kid. I can tell you this much, kid. You'll change your mind. Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty of war, kid. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone.
Vous faites partie de la Startup Nation, monsieur.
You're darned right I am.
Bah écoute, bonne chance. Hein. Ah, du coup, ici, c'est chez le duc. Ouais, et bah attends, on va vite fait aller voir le frère de machin. Ça fera une quête de fête.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Oh, I most certainly will not. Anything to break up the tedium of war and these endless parties. Why, you may be our only hope, dear. My brother Arthur. You remind me of him. He was a soldier, and I see the same determination in your eyes, child. Ah, I do wonder what's become of him. Well, dear, aren't you a ray of sunshine on a rainy day? My only brother, still out there? Thank you. You've raised this old fool's spirits.
Piège temporel, ok. Bon, j'ai gagné une carte. Alors, est-ce que je peux t'acheter ça? Merde, je suis pas assez. Alors, les vieilles caves, le domaine de la baronne. Cool. Bon, je suppose qu'ici c'est les vieilles caves. Ça sent pas du tout l'arène de fight. Contre Shmou. Ah, je m'en doutais. 1, 2, mais hop là, moi je vais prendre le 3. Alors 2. Ouais, il reste un, je l'ai pas vu. Oh putain. mais non, mais je suis con. Oh la grosse saloperie. Ouh, 250, ça c'est cool. On peut vite fait aller voir Maximilien. Pegasus. Marc, c'est cohérent. Hein. Moi, je l'aurais appelé Pegasus. Hein. Le mec, c'est le maître des cartes. Hein. Alors, 350. Parfait. Et l'autre, ça coûte combien là? 200. Bon, on va remplacer. Il est où? Rapide. Là, coup de chance. Superbe pioche. Voilà, parfait. Alors, on est chez la baronne. Bah, j'aurais bien voulu rencontrer la baronne avant. Parce que alors, le comte c'est un trouillard, lui il fait que de bouffer. Elle ça doit être une folle. Bah toi pour toi-même. Sois mercenaire. Ok. Oh puis ça m'a fait gagner 100 balles. Let's go.
I'm fine. I'm gonna die in battle soon, and I did feel bad about it. But now I feel fine about it. I can see fine, kid. They're all the same side in the end. Now, shoo! Shoo!
Ok.
Cards here. I literally cannot advertise that fat card in the audio.
Mais t'es partout, toi, c'est pas possible. Est-ce que je peux t'acheter... Ah merde, non. Il me manque 10. Merde, y a pas un... Là. Dégâts. Alors, c'est quoi ça? Chaîne d'énergie aléatoire. Pendant 30 secondes, cette chaîne corrosive et crépitante tranche dans les ennemis comme du beurre. Ok. Ah. Ça m'a l'air d'être une énigme. Ah ouais, bon c'était facile. Oh, les nouvelles pages du compte. Alors, c'est la 5e.
But defeat comes even to the gifted, and its unfamiliarity leads to wounds even deeper than those experienced by most. Powered by a mysterious darkness, the games grew too savage, with risks beyond anyone's control. And the day came when catastrophe would be postponed no longer.
Welcome to Warriors Training! Way better than that calm breathing, fella! Let's begin by chugging a pint of Zupa juice! No! No hesitation! That is not the Warriors' way! Now for axe training! Swing wide. Imagine you're chopping down a tree. Imagine you're chopping down an enemy! Imagine you're chopping down a friend! You just murdered your friend with an axe!
Ooh.
You're a warrior! Warriors don't think, they war! That's why it's called Warrior! Now we're working on our battle cries! We need to scream so that our enemies know that we're here! So they can be afraid and they die of fear! Can you scream hard enough to make strangers die? Yes! Finally, let's focus on our motivation! Do warriors need motivation? No! Motivation is for actors! But they do need battle zone inspirations! So think of who you're fighting for. Is it glory? No! Is it one of the triplets? No! You're fighting for war! Because war needs warriors, and warriors need war! So every war you war yourself into is a new war for warriors! Have I said war enough that the word war no longer has any war meaning? War! War!
Even wondered what she'd been caught up in. Ooh, but at least she felt motivated.
That concludes Warriors Workout!
Ok. Alors, les tranchées... Alors par contre là-bas, il y avait, je crois, c'est une des gamines. Par contre, il y a un gros et... Il veut pas bouger. Moi, je peux pas le contourner. chier. Bon, tant pis. Alors, la colline du Joker.
The Baroness lived atop Wildcard Hill, a training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, thought even, what part of freedom was?
Mais merde! Non. Ah. Alors, malédiction du cristal ou un super élixir. Allez hop. Ah putain. Mais attaque.
Overhead, I see.
Oh, j'ai gagné une lance delta. Êtes-vous divertis?
Well, well.
Madame.
Color me impressed. Most interlopers find themselves dead long before this point.
How did a child like you make it up here?
A likely story. You must have just snuck past them. Blind chance.
At ease, child.
Well then, at ease even. Look at you. You're not even old enough to be a recruit. You're soft, aren't you? No, I suppose you're not. You're learning. But you are a long way from home. What can I do for you, even? Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed our father. I don't let that stand, soldier, so I fight. And when I win, they will pay for their transgressions. Not surprised. Nishka's damn tough. And if anyone could survive out there, it's her. No matter what the cost. She taught me how to win a fight. Taught me how to never surrender. Taught me the importance of duty.
Alors venez la voir avec moi.
No, that would be a dereliction of duty. She wouldn't be happy to see me there, and neither would I. I respect us both too much for that. How is she, other than alive? Impossible! I am too busy waging and winning this war. A child coming here and asking for a gift? The sheer gall. But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even. I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Nishka. If you can take it, it's yours. If not, it ought to remind her of her failure to protect my father. This arm. It's only the most heavily guarded item in my entire freedom. I like your spunk, even, so let me warn you. You will fail. You may even die. So do the smart thing and go back to whatever teapot shack you came from. Me lose against a soft aesthete and a shrill maniac? Impossible. Even if they had the sense to ally against me. I would have won today, actually, if only my maneuvers hadn't been interfered with by those blasted colossuses. They're supposed to move just once a day. It's highly irregular, recruit. Right. A little girl controls the movements of the giants. Tell me the other one. If that were true, you'd be the most dangerous thing on the planet. And you wouldn't know what power you are wielding. It simply couldn't be true. Can you defeat my robots to claim it? No? Well then, there's your answer, even. Fight war, soldier. That's what leaders do. And great leaders, well, they win them. My brothers have been a blight on this land for too long. Suddenly, I think, I found him too late. The murder weapon was still there, but someone took it and stashed it inside the head of his own personal giant robot. The robot's long since destroyed now. The queen of all random had it dismantled after my father died. I think she feared the old man, and that his murder came as a dark blessing to her rule. Ah, but you didn't hear that from me.
Even knew what she needed to do to get something that would jog Nishka's memory. Win the most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom. She knew it would be hard, but she also knew that the chance of ending this war, if indeed she could end it, would be worth it.
I miss my darling wife so much. I miss my darling wife so much. Oh, the most beautiful woman you can imagine, with a smile that melts my heart away every time I think of it. Of her. If I could just see her again, I'd tell her I love her. And that the second this war's over, I'm coming back to her. Nobody will ever separate us again. If only.
Trouver Estelle.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, what can I do for you, ma'am? Ma'am, as tough as she is smart, which is to say a lot, a master strategist, a stern disciplinarian, and the one true ruler of Threedom.
Ah, c'est tout. Ok, alors je vais peut-être bouger les gardes.
The Colossuses moved once again, this time in favor of the Count.
Là, si je peux récupérer la quête là où il y avait la gamine. Oh merde. Ouh, qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ah d'accord, c'est bon. Et merde, putain. Ah mais putain, je peux pas bouger. Ah, si, si.
From a machine long dead. And what do I find here but you? I'm speaking to you, girl. I am the architect of your fate. I am the ruler of random. I am the queen. And you are a very long way from home, aren't you, Mama? Do I have a sister? I have so many children, you know. So coming here, disturbing this place, it hasn't happened in a very long time. I think I need to keep my eye on you. What did you say your name was? And I don't think you will. You get a thrill from disobedience, from looking your superior in the eye and refusing her. But superiors don't stay patient for long. Lock the girl in to destroy yourself and her. Even, I know that name as if from a dream somehow. You are a lonely girl, adrift in a world you don't belong in. Nothing awaits you in your future but pain and heartbreak. Just words, words I've heard before from countless people. They all fell, Like you will. A task. You have a task. Tell me, Ethan, where did you find your little friend? Have you seen the valley? Have you found the valley of the dice? Tell me where it is, Ethan. Tell me where you found that dice before I...
Ah, j'ai Frostmourne. Bon, alors c'est pas ça que je voulais faire, mais c'est pas grave. Bon bah let's go.
Hello, Even. I wasn't expecting to find you here. You've done well to find me, Even. I know my sisters appreciate it. I do. I'm to go to the safe spot by the sword bridges. Then you're to join us, and we're to give you something, right? Because I know you, Even, and I hope I will see you again.
Du coup, je suis où là? Oh merde. Ah, ça va, c'est lui.
You are taking a long time doing what I want, Even. Too long.
Even? It's cold.
And it's getting colder. Oh, tons of things take time. Dying takes time, you know. But it can only be deliciously drawn out for so long. Until it, too, must reach an end.
Je suis où là? Colline du Joker. Donc là, je me dirige vers le duc. Ok. Le baron, la baronne. Je tourne en rond là. Bon, bah le combat on le fera une prochaine fois. Hop, moi je vais m'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Alors du coup, dans les quêtes là, qu'est-ce qu'il me reste à faire parce que... Alors, au milieu des théières, dans les tranchées. Et parmi les théières... Et... Alors, on parlait de la baronne à la nana. Trouver Estelle. Trouver l'autre voie. Et voler la baronne. Ok. Et ben on continuera tout ça dimanche. Dimanche soir. Et puis bah ce soir normalement bah, c'est du Fall Guys. Si jamais la soirée Fall Guys se fait pas, peut-être que je continuerai Lost in Random, on verra. Allez, à plus.